Hold on. Was going, and I didn't tell you the other day. I got fussed at by YouTube because I was playing music and it was copyrighted, and then I got Mr. Ron, bad Mr. Ron. So yeah, I played like 8 seconds of a Gary Allan song, and you'd have thought that I bootlegged his concert or something. It's crazy. Hello, Janae. Janae Louise. Janae Louise. Dum ba dum bum bum. Oh, there's that song again. I don't know what it is about these videos that just make me sing that song. Bum ba dum. Hello, Angie. Hello, Angie and Jenny. Angie and Jenny are watching them. I've got lots of stuff to play with here. This is really cool. I like it. I love my job. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love my job. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I love my job. Ooh. My main man, Otto. Otto, I saw some pictures that your mom sent me that I'm going to put on Facebook either today or tomorrow. Awesome. I love the cars on the road, but I got to tell you, the house was way cool. Way cool. And Joaquin's here. Joaquin, good to see you. And Patrick's here. Man, I got the gang. Dun, dun, dun. So today's the 29th, right? Today is the 29th. I'm going to say it's the 29th because why not? Why not? It's the 29th. How's your day? Have you been good? I came in early today and I played for a couple of like an hour and a half before I got to work out. Okay. Yeah, I was going to do that. I saw that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, I'll call her out here in a minute. She's probably going to show up. She did yesterday. Otto, great builds, dude. Amazing build. I love the house. I'm going to try to probably recreate that for me. I thought that was pretty cool. The cars were awesome too. I'm not knocking the cars, but it's a good coffee day. You know what I mean? It's a good coffee day, right? You know what I mean? So you might say to yourself, Mr. Ron, why aren't you wearing a collared shirt? You've been wearing a collared shirt for the whole month. And you're right. I have been wearing a collared shirt for the whole month. But all my collared shirts are like a polyester feel. And since I got sunburn, I put that shirt on this morning and it was like, no, we'll be wearing a cotton t-shirt. We are not going to be putting no polyester on a sunburnt body. I remember when I was younger, though, I got sunburned really bad, and I worked at Pizza Hut at the time as a part-time job, and yeah, I had to wear my polyester pants and my polyester shirt, and I was a cook, so I was in the oven. Oh, it was just miserable. It was just miserable. Like $6 an hour. I'll do it for $6. It was crazy. All right. Hey, Miss Jenny Smith, how are you? Is Joe here? I see you said, hey, Papa, so I guess he's here. What's up, my main man, Sam? Good to see you. So I'll tell you again at the end, but we're going to try to open up on Friday. We're going to open up like a 12 to 7. I don't want to open up at 10 because that's extra labor. Long story. We're going to gamble, and we're going to open like a 12 to 7 and see how that works. And then we'll go from there. So like a 12 to 7. Yeah. Do 6 days a week, 12 to 7. And still Sunday, 12 to 4. Yeah? Sound good? Yeah. You got some of this, you got some of that, you got some of this. All right. No, Rue said hello. Oh, Rue said hello. Hey, Papa. Oh, that's her. Oh, my Vanna Rue. Bum, 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 bum. I can't have no copyright music, but I'm not copyrighted. Bum, bum, dun, 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 dun. Hey, I've been playing all morning. I've been just doing some really fun builds. It's good to be me. And you, because you're here playing too, so that makes it cool. So first I want to show you, before I go into my fun builds, I'm going to give you a quick peek. Ready? Whoa, you can't look. You missed it. That was your quick peek. But before we do that, I want to show you, I like, all right, hang on. Here it is. I get lost so easy. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that you're welcome is for, but I think I know. I like micro things. I like little things. I mean, the big things are cool, but I like the little things. Yes, and that finger's supposed to be straight. Don't. Ooh, look, it's really crooked. It's crooked. I injured it back when I was working on the flight line, working on jets. It almost cut off right there, and it won't straighten up now. See how? So I'm that guy. It's like, can you identify Mr. Ron in the lineup? Yes, he's the guy with that finger. I don't know why that's funny. Okay, so I like micro stuff. You knew that. I'm not telling you anything new. You already knew that. All right, so I want to build a micro barn. How about that? Bum, bum, bum. So the first thing we're going to do is we're just going to simply start with 2 1x6 bricks. And we're going to put them one right there and one right there. You with me? So it equals parallelism. And then what we're going to do, I don't know. We're going to put, I don't have another 1x6, so I'm going to put a 1x4 and a 1x2 in between, right? So that could be like a hostess treat. It's like 2 pieces of bread with a yummy center. Nom, 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 nom. So now then, we have to do the next layer. Now the next layer we're going to use plates, 1x3, 2x3 plates, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to put an entire cover on everything I just built. So if you have different size parts, you can do that. My coffee is not spiked. Okay, and then all right, you see the barn yet? Can you see the barn? I can kind of see the barn. I just put a 1x6 plate right on top. See how skinny that is? Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to put 2 1x6 red plates beside it. And you're thinking, man, Mr. Ron, I don't know what you're building, but that's kooky looking. Is that a barn? Is that like a barn to you? Now watch this. My brother Danny. What's up, my brother Danny? Watch this. So, and now we're going to put another red one. So now we have that. Do you see the barn yet? I'm going to put a tile on top. Now watch the barn. It's fixing to magically appear. Now I'm going to put roof tiles on. And these are cool. These are the little 1x2 wedge pieces. Bum, 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 bum. It's a lot of pressure when your big brother's watching. I mean, you can't be messing up if your big brother's watching. I'm nervous now. I'm so nervous. I'm not nervous. I don't get nervous. I'm a little nervous. Okay. Okay, how about now? Do you see the barn now? What? Who built a barn? We built a barn. Look at that. Ain't that a cool barn? Now, what else goes on the barn? What else goes around the barn? Where do they store the corn? And I know there's other things they store in there, but I don't know. Let's do a silo. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. 2x2 brick rounds. We're going to put one right there. We're going to take another 2x2 brick round, and we're going to put it on top of it. And to make it super strong, I'm going to take a little red pin, I'm going to push down in between. Now it's going to be super strong. Now I'm going to put this dome top right on top of that. What do you think? We got us a barn going? Okay, so I made another one. I'm going to put it next to it. Right? And then we had a big storm. Okay, well, no, we'll talk about that in a minute. So there's that. Is that cool? Like it. So there's my little barn and my silos. Is it to scale? I don't know. But it's to imagination scale, so I like it. So I'm going to take one of those silos. Put that right there. I'm going to let you look at that right there. There you go. You can just peek at it. Okay, so I'm going to make another one, but I'm going to show you something cool, and I want your help with this. So, trying to say it without being mean. So we had a storm. Let's pretend we had a storm. All right, before we do that, let's build our other barn. But this time I want it a little smaller. So see how this one is 2, 4, 6 long. This one I'm going to make 4 long. So the same thing. I'm going to put a 1x4 and a 1x4, and then in between, I'm going to put 2 1x2s. So it's the same thing we just did. We're just doing a different scale. And then we're going to cover the whole top with 1 layer of super thin red. You with me? And then I'm going to put stand by. Sometimes when it won't work right. There we go. Okay. So there's our little barn, and now we're going to put this right in the middle, and then we're going to put another red one on top. You with me? And the same thing we did a while ago. We're going to put the 1x2 cheese slopes. I don't think that's right. No, that's not right. I forgot. Okay, here we go. So here we're going to put, there we go, another 1x2, 1x4 plate. Now we're going to put that on there. There we go. Now it looks right. So there's our other little barn, right? So now, see, there's our big barn. You know, there's our big barn, our little barn, but they're the same barn, right? Okay. But this time, we're going to have one silo that's standing. But then we had a big storm, so we're going to have another silo. Here, we're going to take that silo. We're going to put that silo over here. We're going to just put that right there. Sit, Ubu, sit. And so this one, the silo got knocked over. Oh, that silo got knocked over. So anyway, it was just, I don't know, just the storm. So there we go. So if you've never made a barn, now we just made a barn. So now you know. Bum, 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 bum. So I've been fascinated with rocks lately, like building like big mountain rocks, but not just like the one-piece rocks. I want to build all the pieces to make the mountain, and with all the faces of it and all the cracks and crevices and whatnot. So I've been tinkering around. And this is what I've come up with so far. So I worked on this for about an hour yesterday. And you see it's just a bunch of bricks. And in the back, I guess you can't see it, but inside here I used a bunch of weird colors because it doesn't matter. And then all I'm doing is, if you look close, you can see that there's slopes and wedges and all sorts of things to give it like a jagged rocky face. Rocky face, hey. Okay, so I'm gonna put that right there. Yeah, we'll put that right there. Yeah, we'll put that right there. I don't know where we're gonna put that. There, we're gonna put it right there. Okay, so this is gonna be my 2 mountains, and then what I'm gonna have is a river running in between it. Let me show you what I've got started for the river. So this is just the start. I don't know where this is going to go. I don't have any idea where it's going to go. But that's going to be the middle of the river. I mean, the waterfall is going to come down here, and then it's going to cascade in here, and then it's going to pour out the middle. Ask me how I'm going to do it. I don't know. I'm just going to play until I get it right. And that's the fun of Lego, is you can just keep playing until you get it right. You don't have to build like anybody else. You just build like yourself. So I did look online at people who were doing similar things. I wanted to kind of see how they did it. And then I took what I saw from their thing, and then I made my own thing. And so I don't know if it's the best technique, but it's a good technique. And anytime you're building and you're using your imagination, I'm proud of you. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So I like it. I like it. So stand by for that. I'll show you. As that grows up, I'll show it to you. So I try to listen to you guys. So here's what happened. I had a mom contact me and say, hey, Mr. Ron, can you help? Not help. She didn't say this. Can you build this? Because I want to, well, she just asked me if I could build that. It don't matter what she said. And I said, yeah, I'll give it a shot. So I've been playing with it for the last hour. And no, it's not a rocket ship with a flame, but that still looks cool. So she said, hey, can we do trees? And I said, yes, let's do some trees. So I'm going to start off with a simple little tree. And I'm going to use our barn as an example. So I want to start off with like this. Let me show you all the pieces I'm using. I just built this earlier. That's one of the things I was playing with before you got here. So it's just 1x1 brick rounds and then 1x1 plate rounds. So all I'm doing here is I'm going to start with a white one, and then maybe put a gray one. And then do a white one, and then maybe do 2 gray ones. And then maybe a white one, and a white one, and then maybe a gray one. All right, so this is going to be our tree trunk. This is going to be the trunk of the tree. Okay, so let's talk about, I'm not going to remember how all that went together. Remember that fiasco yesterday with the Ghostbusters house? That was crazy. But it turned out good. Where'd it go? Ta-da! You remember it? We built that yesterday. Yay! Okay, good. I'm very proud of that one. I like that one. I might have to go in the display case. Okay, so since I'm building a little tree with just the 1x1 rounds, bricks and plates, I'm going to use these kind of flowers, or leaves, or whatever you call leaves, right? So I'm just going to use these. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to build 3 layers of trees, of foliage. So the first layer, I am just simply going to do like this. That's going to be the first layer, right there, right? Okay, and then my second layer, I'm going to add another. Can I do that? Okay, let's do this. So there is this new piece out there. It's not new, it's kind of new. There is this other piece out there, and I say other piece. And it's a 1x1 round, but it's got the hole knocked out in the middle. So watch this. So I'm gonna, because sometimes when you're building like this, they break really easy. But watch this. With the ones with the hole, I can take a rod, a bar, and I can put that in there. So now it's only breaks at that spot. So I'm going to put the rod down and the bar down in there. So now it's super strong, so it's not going to break now. That one will still come off, but that's okay. Okay, so from here, I'm going to do the first layer of foliage. Foliage, say it with me, foliage. All right, I'm going to put that one right there. You with me? Okay, so for my second layer, I'm probably just going to go, here we go. I'm going to put a gray one right here. No, I don't want to put a gray one. All right, for this next layer, I'm going to make it bigger because I want it small, medium, small, like a tree, right? The top is not as big as, the middle is the big part. You know what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to put that right there. Right. So one of the ways I've discovered, and I've just been tinkering until I figured it out, is I take a regular leaf like this, right? And then I take some little leaves like this, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to just attach them to the outside edges of this plant. See how we're doing that? I'm just attaching it to the outside edges. And I think if I did this right, it should be like 5 or 6. Let's see. Okay, so that's going to be our center section, and it's going to look like that. Now, you see on this one, let me put this on it so you can see it. You see on this one that it's actually kind of warped and beat up a little bit, right? But that's good, because the tree is not perfectly straight, so neither is our foliage piece. So I'm going to put this piece right there. Now, when I'm looking at this piece right here is kind of crazy, so all I'm going to do is I'm going to hold down in the middle, and I'm just going to turn this just a little bit. And I'm going to turn that just a little bit. And then this one I'm going to turn this way just a little bit. So let me warn you now, when you're building with these trees like this, they break. So don't be upset. Just if it breaks, what do? You just get back on it and fix it. Okay, so I don't like the way that one pokes out, so I'm going to move it to the middle. So that looks a little better, right? I don't like the way that one's poking out, so I'm going to move it to the side just a little bit. See, it broke. Not going to get mad. It broke. So we're okay. Okay, so now we're going to put it back on. How did that look? Pretty good? I like it. How much? A lot. Okay, so now then, let's put another layer for the top. We're going to add, I don't like that gray piece. I don't, on the tree base, I like the colored, but on the top, it doesn't work for me. All right. How's that for a giant tree over the barn? You like it? So that's one of 10,000 ways you can make a tree. Now, if you look really close at it, you're like, hey, that's crazy. That's not normal. But if you just look at it without going crazy on it, it looks pretty cool. So like, look at that. Don't that look good? The tree in front of the... So if that's a real barn, that is a tall, tall tree. Here, let's make it a little more realistic. So this would be like a, what? Like a, so that'd be, yeah, that'd still be a 100-foot tree. You know what? It's Lego, and we're going to have a 100-foot tree. How about that? All right, so I'm going to put that right there so you can look at it. So there's another way. So when I did this build, and I realized that you can just use rounds and then do your thing from there, I thought, why can't you use bigger bricks? So if I can use those little rounds, why can't I use the big rounds? So instead of a 1x1 like this, why can't I use a 2x2? So let me show you what the 2x2 looks like. And I didn't want to build this one with you because it takes a while. But I want to show you a couple of things about this. So you see, all I did was, it's brick rounds, plate rounds. So I used, let me show you what I used. On this one, I used the round smooth. So this is the round smooth, and this is the ridged one. I use the smooth one, but the ridged one looks good too. So I'm going to continue making some trees with these, but it doesn't matter. It's the one you want to do. That's the important one. That's the one that's going to be cool. So which one do you like? Cool. Okay. And then once you get a couple of these put together, one of the ways you can make it super strong is you can take an axle and you can put down the middle. And what putting the axle down the middle does is it makes it super strong. So watch this. So let's say, here, move this tree for a second. Let's say we were doing this and I wanted to make it crazy strong. That's two, okay, good. That's two, and then, so let's put another, oh, we need to put another separator in there. So we're gonna put this one in here, like that. And now we're gonna add that, and now let's put a white one, a 1x1 plate on there. Let's put another gray on there. Oh, not that. Ooh, I'm liking this. So, what you see here is, as it gets taller, we're covering up that axle. But as we do that, it makes it super strong. So this isn't going to accidentally fall apart. The challenge you have is once you put... All right, let's pretend we're just going to use that round one right there. So the challenge is, now once you put a new piece on like that, and you keep building up, so this part is super strong, but this part still pops off. So what I usually do is I'll end up putting an axle on the bottom and the top, and then just where they join together is my only weak spot. So that would be my only weak spot on this tree. So what I did was, I took so all this is bricks and plates, and I doubled up plates there, and I did a white plate, and there's no white plate there, but I did a gray plate, and then some bricks, and then like over here on this one you can see I put some white plates because I'm trying to make it look uneven. Nature's perfect, but it's not always symmetrical, so I wanted it uneven. So you can see on this tree, here's what we did. So I did brick, plate, brick, plate, 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 brick, plate, brick, brick, plate. So there's no pattern to it. I'm sure mathematically there is a pattern, but as far as my hillbilly mind, there's no pattern. And then when I get to the top, let me show you what I did at the top. I'm going to push that to the side for a second. So once we get to the top, let's pretend this is the top. And when I'm building these trees, and I learned this the hard way just now, I just take the top off, because if you're trying to build it here, good luck. My clunky hands break things. So it fits perfectly right in the middle, right? And now then another one will fit perfectly right on top of it. This is cool. I didn't realize this until I started playing with these trees. So there we go. Now, let's pretend that you want to make just that section super strong. So anywhere where I put the foliage, I like to make that part super strong. So I'm not so worried about this right now, but I'm going to take a lightsaber bar and I'm just going to poke it down in there. I'm trying to push it down. So there we go. So now that foliage is not going to come off. That make sense? Okay. All right. So let me show you how we do this other one. So on this one, on this next one right here, I did this one a little different. You know, on this one, I did one in the middle and then we built out. But on this next one, what I did was I took, so you see the holes right here? I just attached it to one of the studs. And that's what I did on all four sides. All four sides. All four sides. Okay? Now then, I took another brick and I put right there on top. So you can see here how our foliage goes from little to big. And if I was going to keep going up, I might do another layer like this and maybe a bigger layer and a bigger layer and then start making them small again. Because typically, the tree is little foliage at the top, then it gets a lot, then it gets a little, right? So this is one really cool way that you can do your foliage. And for layers, all I do is I just keep putting them in there. So there it is. Hang on a second. So now then that is super strong. So that could be like a bush, a tree, a bushy tree. Okay, so using that technique, I ended it with this tree. Isn't that cool? I like that tree a lot. But then you say, Mr. Ron, I don't want tall trees. I want some bushes. Stand by. So here's a really cool thing you can do. On this one, I took a regular leaf, tree leaf, and I put down right here, right? And then all I did, bum, 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 bum. So you need this piece, the 1x1 round with a hole in it, and I put that in it like that. So I put that little crazy piece right there inside the 1x1 round. And here's what I'm doing. I'm going to put it on the end of a tree. And all I'm going to do, and on this one, I want them all the same. So I'm just, on this particular piece, I'm putting all pink flowers on it. You know why? Because pink flowers, that's why. Okay, so there's our pink flower, right? But I want this to be a big, huge thing. So what I did was I did one with white flowers. Exact same thing we just did. And then I did one with red flowers. And I put that right here. You with me? And then right in the middle, boom, 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 boom. Right in the middle, I've got this greeny guy right here. And he has flowers. So this green piece is from the tree we made the other day. So look, so we got us a bush. Oh, and it's a hardy bush too. So I want to put it on here, and I want it to stay put. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a plate round, and I'm going to attach it just like this. So now then, it doesn't fall off, right? So there's our bush. Now, I just want to share with you a couple of other, I was working on this tree too. Did I show you this tree? So this is one I was using that had a bunch of different colors. I like that one too. So we're going to put this one, I'm going to give this one a brown base like I gave the other one. Where are you going? What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't know. I'm going to give that a brown base. So there we go. So look. So But I want to remind you too, when you're building with Lego, every time we say this, since I've known you, we've talked about this. Your way is okay. There's no better way than your way. Is it okay to go look how other people do it and try to make it fun and do kind of a version of what they did, because they can teach you things. Like Mr. Chris teaches me things all the time. And that's okay. But when you're building, don't try to be like nobody else, just be you. So I just went out and saw a bunch of pictures, and I like how they did that. I like how they did that. I like how they did that. And then I just made my own. Now, are there more beautiful trees out there? Maybe. But is my tree beautiful? Absolutely. Is your tree beautiful? Yes, it is. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to let those sit right there for a second. Now, I want to show you 4 more things before we have to go. And I'm not going to build these with you because we're running out of time. That's okay. Okay, here we go. So, where's it at? Where'd it go? Where did you go? Where did you go? Okay, so this is a bush that I built. And it's the exact, everything that we did for all these things, I did for that. So I'm going to put that bush right there. And then I made this bush, which is using all the same color and then the same type. So let me put this on there. And if I was really super concerned, I would get the right color to put on the bottom. But in this case, I'm just getting a red brick because I just want to attach it. Okay, and now we're going to put our red brick on there. And then this tree is cool because I used all the same type of flower but different colors, right? But here, I want to show you something that is absolutely amazing. And then this tree was an experiment process. It's like one of those groomed trees you see in front of fancy houses. Okay, so I want to show you. Hang on a second. Okay, so let me show you this up close. Okay, so there's our fancy tree. Here's a little tiny shrub. There's a cool bush. Oh, I like this one. This is probably one of my favorites. It's very difficult to do because it keeps breaking when you try to put pieces together, but that's half the fun, is making it work. And then a pink bush. Okay, and here's that one we just made over here. It's like just a bunch of different things. And then there's our tree. And then there's our super tall tree. What? And then look, there's our tree with our barn. All right. How about that? That was some fun tree building. Huh? You had some fun? I had some fun. It was fun. It's fun. I had fun. Levi, what's up, dude? How are you? Good. Okay. Yeah. Oh, it's time. It's time. I'm trying to. I promised some folks that I would stay at 30 minutes, and I'm gonna stay at 30 minutes. So I'll see you tomorrow for sure. But remember, Friday we're gonna open up 12 to 7. So 12 to 7 is gonna be our new hours until we figure out what's going on. Eventually we'll get back to 10 to 7, but for now we're gonna do 12 to 7 because I don't want to bite off more than we can chew right now. So thank you for building with me. I had a lot of fun. I didn't drink enough coffee, but I had a lot of fun. Keep washing your hands. Keep wearing your mask if you're going outside. Call your grandparents. Be good to your brother and sister. Hug your mom and dad. They're working hard for you. They're doing good. Thank you for all your support, for all you who've been shopping with us and calling us and talking to us. We love you. Miss Jen, Miss Jenny, Mr. Ron, Mr. Carlos, Mr. Wade, Miss Shelby, Miss Savannah, Mr. Chris, the whole gang. We love you guys, and we look forward to seeing you. And I will see you tomorrow, maybe with some more trees, maybe with a castle. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? Behave yourselves. Give me 5. And I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.